This video is made for adult collectors because for some reason bro costs like $300.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me. But let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
Just a heads up because I'm noticing this now. I shoot these out of order, but there's going to be some shots where the engines are not in the right spot in robot mode. Just ignore that. This has been the thing I have wanted for so long, like since it came out. And in the past I've, well, passed on multiple ones at cons thinking I would be able to get it later, and now eBay and Buy and everywhere I look it costs like, bruh. I ended up having to go to a store here in Ontario called Games Oshawa, not sponsored, and they had one amongst their many Transformers, and as soon as I saw it, I had to have it. So now I finally own my Grail figure, and does it let me down? Nah. What is sponsored though is Try Treats. Try Treats is a snack subscription box that delivers them directly to your door once a month, and you get a different country each month. I believe we got Ireland this time. They include facts, recipe cards, and information about the country you order from, which is really cool. They sent the box over, and my family and I, we always enjoy when these things show up. And I could actually eat the snacks this time. So, you know, speaking of which,
Yeah.
vegetable.
Oh,
Vegetable.
looks like little straws. My God, they're vinegary.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
Let's try one. Well, there's salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I like them. It's like pub salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
I'm still eating these.
Not bad.
Yeah, cheese and onion?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay, you have the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are good. They're not as cheesy as I would
No,
expect. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So check them out, links in the description down below, and there will be a discount code below as well for you to use to save a little bit on your first order. So thank you very much for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the actual toy. This thing looks like a beast. He is a Voyager, but he's a chunky one at that. I love the sickly green color it's in. It really feels like an old-timey jet. The different shades of green and the bits of purple sprinkled throughout along with the yellow stripes on the top kind of remind me a lot of Atomic Lugnut. Love how much of a troll he looks, like the gangly arms, the spindly fingers, the big beefy upper torso, and the slimmer lower torso and the legs. It kind of does the same thing as Human Alliance Soundwave tries to do, but this one does it a little bit better. Yeah, a lot of the jet is just hanging out the back there, but it kind of adds to that troll-y nature. That and the tail fin flips up to expose the cannon and can fire a missile that I don't have. Love the head sculpt. It's very Lugnut and light pipes. Pretty not great, but they even gave this an opening mouth. That's sick. Though once the head is turned, it negates the jaw opening because of the pieces sculpt surrounding it, so eh. Mine was used so the ankle, one of the knees, and one of the hips are a bit loose, but I can fix all that. He still stands pretty perfectly fine and can hold a pose fairly well. He doesn't come with anything outside of the missile, but he does have a cool gimmick, again other than the missile. Bunch up his fists and press this little purple button underneath his arm and bam! You have the punch of kill everything. This dude has spring-loaded punches, which is epic. They don't go very far, but they do pack a bit of a punch for being 13 years old. Damn, 13 years old? Bro, this... I remember when this was at discount stores. But as I stated earlier, he can hold a pose very well. Let's just see how very well.
Autobot, show yourselves, cowards, and face your doom!
So for a 2010 toy, his articulation is like nuts. I've also noticed while I was doing stuff, there's a tiny little hairline crack right here on the purple plastic, so I'm gonna have to like glue that a little bit, but whatever. His articulation. You got head on a ball joint, so it can do a little bit of tilt, look left and right. You've got a jaw that opens and closes, but due to the sculpt, it only goes like that far each way. When you have the shoulders positioned correctly, they go out about that far, forward that far, they can go back that far. This does wiggle a little bit when you do that.
You do have a rotation at the top here. Whoa, that really moved. Damn. You have a rotation right here. You have a bend down here and a bend down here to give you that double jointed elbow-ness. The fingers, you have a thumb, this hinge, and then these two fingers are individually articulated. You have a waist joint. You have hips that can go forward that far. They can go back that far. They can go out that far. You have really stiff thigh rotation on this side. And then a really loose thigh rotation on this side. A double jointed knee that bends about that far. Like, it's just a weird knee. And then the ankles can go down slightly. They can go forward all the way. They can swivel and tilt because they're on a ball joint. So he's very, very posable for something like from this day and age. Look at that. That's really cool. Let me rotate the waist. There we go. Balance. Boom. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I love that. And then get the punch activated to extend his arms. Now make him look even more troll. You want to make him look even more of a troll. Hang on. Let's just shift the shoulders back here. There you go. Now he's even more of a troll looking thing. I love it. I think it's... Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. I think it's great. I absolutely adore the posing on this. The little crack in the waist does scare me slightly, but I just think it's really cool.
So that's Lugnut's robot mode. Big, beefy, and creepy. Now let's make him a creepy jet.
All right, making him a jet is very, very unique. I don't think there's any jet transformer that transforms quite like this guy. So to get started, we will do the arms. Well, actually, no, we'll do the arms last because I want to show something funny. We'll do the legs. Let me just do this. That way I can actually see what I'm doing. So you fold the feet up and you just collapse them in like so. Then you bring these out. No, it's this way. Bring these out. There we go. Now you want to do the splits and then rotate the hip joint down and then rotate the thigh. That brings the legs closer to each other because of how the hips are designed. So now they sit, if I can get this hinge, there we go, flush against each other. And then you can just tab it in at the bottom there. And boom, now he's Rampage. Now the next thing you're gonna wanna do is you're going to want to take this little section right here, flip it up, take the waist, bring it down, extend this out all the way, which will fold the head in. And you wanna make sure that the head is like pointing straight out. You then close this up and close this section up, and that's the front of the jet, and then you bring this part back, peg it in, that's the back of the jet. Now you take this entire assembly here, collapse it in, and then bring it up, and it will just sort of shove itself into place, and now he's a jet with arms. He's a jet with arms. So the wings, this is the most unique part about this, because this kind of reminds me of Stratosphere, but the wings, you want to rotate them 180 degrees, not activating the punch. Fold up this articulated wing flap. That's awesome. Then you fold the hand around, fold the fingers up, and clip them into the thumb. And then you bring the wing out, and then this will clip into here. Oh, look, the rub sign's going off because of how warm it is. And that's a wing. And that's so cool. It's activated the punch again. The button's in a kind of inconvenient spot when you're transforming it, so it will go off. But yeah, boom, 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 boom. And there you have Jet. Tail fin. But there you have the Jet. That's so unique. I don't think any other Transformer transforms like this. That's cool.
It's such a unique transformation, especially in the arms, but once it's all said and done, this thing looks really cool. It's an old bomber of some kind, but it fits Lugnut so much. The massive wingspan is incredible. It's so swooshable, and how everything pretty much neatly packs itself away. There's nothing super egregious hanging off. The fingers are still there, but if you didn't know those were fingers, then you would just think they're part of the jet's wings. And the punch gimmick still works, and this time when you activate it, it exposes some tiny little sculpted in missiles, which is cool. The guns on the front can also rotate, and he can now poop his own missile. And he is big. Like I said before, his wingspan is huge, and I don't think I've encountered a Voyager with wings as long as this. That's what she said. The cockpit section and all the extra windows really shows you the scale of this vehicle. It would be massive, and he's got rolling landing gear. So I'm finally so happy to own this thing. It's been a hunt object I've wanted for so long, but is it worth it? I got this on trade, meaning I traded some toys I didn't want anymore for all of this, minus the PAX pack. And Lugnut was part of that haul, but he was priced at $170. So if you were to go pay cash, you'd have to pay 170 bucks at the shop for this. It's funny too, because of how much he goes for online, that 170 ain't that bad. But is it worth anything near those prices? No. He's a Voyager. He wasn't rare when he came out. He hit discount stores so quickly back in 2011. He just is expensive for some reason. Probably because this was the last Lugnut toy to come out and it was like the best one. Hasbro, make a new one, please. If you can find it for like 110 to 130 maximum, then I'd say, yeah, that price is considered a deal nowadays for this thing. I would drop everything and pick it up for that price. But that's my look at Reveal the Shield Lugnut. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.